What's up, guys? ChaseOver68 here, bringing you another video to my channel. Sorry there was no Raw review last night, guys. I hope you understand. Decided to do this topic video instead. Also, if you guys want to send in questions for the Q&A, remember to inbox me here on YouTube.com. Not in the comment section, inbox me. Please, people. It's easier for me to keep track with all your questions that you have for me. Anyways, if you guys are new to the channel and you're just checking me out, subscribe by clicking the little icon or down below. Let's get started with this video at hand. In professional wrestling today, 2013 has been a much better year for professional wrestling in general, and mostly on the WWE side. I wouldn't say TNA and ROH have been having great 2013s, but on the WWE side, we've been seeing great layers in the professional wrestling product. Now, when we look at WWE, a lot of us loved summer 2011. A lot of us, we loved the summer of 2011, and frankly, it was one of the better portions of WWE wrestling as of late. Because when we look at WWE wrestling, a lot of us just feel, the Attitude Era was the end-all, be-all. Most of you guys out there feel it is. For me personally, I don't believe that at all. I feel like the last great year in professional wrestling, in my personal opinion, is the year 2005. After 2005, I felt the wrestling business was pretty much going a little bit downhill, down south. I mean, 2006, I didn't think was that much of a strong campaign year for the WWE. 2007, I felt was a hit or miss year for the WWE. There was a lot of big stars that they could have made in that year, but it was such a hit or miss year. So many injuries that happened in that company, in the WWE, that made 2007 such a bad year for them. 2008, oh God, 2008 just became a debacle for the WWE at one point. It was just getting really crazy in 2008. I mean, yeah, they had some big time matches, some memorable feuds like Edge versus Undertaker, and we got the Cena and Batista and the Michaels and Jericho feud. But other than that, 2008 wasn't really that strong of a year for WWE. 2009, oh, fuck 2009. I hate 2009. 2010, okay, the road to WrestleMania for 2010, I gotta say, one of the more entertaining roads to WrestleMania in a while. But other than that, nothing really big in 2010 in my personal... Oh, wait, Nexus. Like, how can I forget Nexus? See, that's how forgettable Nexus has become. I mean, Nexus used to be a big thing. Like, in 2010, when these motherfuckers came out, it was like, holy shit, here's the fucking Nexus. And now all of a sudden, they suck. Like, I forgot about Nexus. That's how forgettable 2010 is. And in 2011, we all remember the summer of 2011. Okay, summer 2011, that's pretty much it. But the rest of 2011, hit or miss year for the WWE. 2012, I would say they had a decent road to WrestleMania. Not the best, but a decent road to WrestleMania. But all in all, it wasn't that great of a year in professional wrestling. And 2013, the beginning of 2013 was way lackluster. I mean, really, to be honest, this was like 2013, the beginning. And pretty much a formula for pretty much wrestling from like 2000. I want to say they started this stupid formula since 2011 onward, where pretty much it's all about the main event, guys. It's always about the main event. And to me personally, I understand you want to put focus on the main event. That's what people are going to buy the pay-per-views for, is to see the main event stars. But the thing it's just like all the major feuds were just happening at the main event. I mean, the WWE Championship match always got the best build. Everyone knows this. Like, people ordered Money in the Bank 2011, and I understand if you ordered Money in the Bank 2011 for the Money in the Bank ladder matches. Maybe you want to see Orton versus Christian. But you cannot tell me you mostly ordered that match, that pay-per-view, just for the WWE Championship match. Most people just ordered that pay-per-view just for that WWE title match. And that's a fact. I have people come over just to see the WWE Championship match. WrestleMania 28, really, to be honest, what was like the main reason why people bought that pay-per-view? I mean, maybe Triple H and Undertaker got your interest. Maybe CM Punk versus Jericho did. But you cannot deny most people probably bought that pay-per-view just for John Cena versus The Rock. And when I look at SummerSlam 2013, I noticed that this show had many reasons why you would want to buy it. And the reason why is because the WWE has finally gone back to the old roots of building the show based on different layers with different characters and good stories. I mean, you look at the WWE. Yesterday night, they had AJ Lee cut that promo on the Divas, making the Divas layer a little bit stronger than it was before. We see that the tag team division has just been completely refreshed. And before, we would not even get any tag team matches on Raw. Now we get at least one or two on Raw and one or two on SmackDown every week. It's really good to see. I mean, yeah, some of these tag teams, not really the most interesting tag teams in the world, but the fact that we're even getting them on our TV sets, I think is tremendous job by the WWE. Then we look at the mid-card scene. I mean, the mid-card, I mean, holy shit. CM Punk right now is in a mid-card feud with Curtis Axel. And I know that's going to upset a lot of you fans, but that's the whole point of rebuilding a guy and repackaging a guy. I mean, CM Punk held the title for how many days? Like 440-something days, right? 430-plus days at least. You know, CM Punk held the title for a long time, and now they're rebuilding him. They're making him, they're not only using CM Punk's star power to help make Curtis Axel into a bigger star. That's what they're doing. I mean, Curtis Axel's the IC champion, and he's facing against the longest reigning WWE champion in the last decade. I mean, that's huge shit for a guy like Curtis Axel to take on a CM Punk. You have a mid-card feud featuring CM Punk taking on Curtis Axel. You have Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow as a feud in itself, which is two former tag team partners going at it, bitter best friends. Great mid-card feud right there. Then when you look at it, it's just like the main event scene, yeah, the World Heavyweight Championship is kind of a lackluster. I will say that. If one layer is missing in the WWE, it's the lackluster World Heavyweight Championship. But at least in the WWE Championship feud, we have different faces coming into there. Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. Okay, they're main eventing, not a champions. It's not John Cena. John Cena's not main eventing pay-per-view. This is going to be like John Cena's first non-main event, and I know he's doing surgery and stuff, and people are not going to count it. But John Cena's not on this pay-per-view. I mean, we're getting Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan, and we're going to get more better feuds in the near future. We're going to get all these bigger feuds because of this corporate storyline that they're running. You know, we have the Shield being featured big in the main event. You have your United States and Tag Team Champions being featured huge in the main event. I mean, that's good shit right there when you can make mid-carders look good. And another mid-card feud, even though most people don't care about it, it's the same layer as a tag team division layer. You may not care about the tag teams, but at least you're putting the effort out there. The Miz and Fandango feud. Yeah, probably most of us don't give a shit about it, but at least they're putting in effort into this feud. They're saying, hey, look, you know, we made a good couple Kane Bray Wyatt was another good mid-card feud that happened. But they show Miz and Fandango, hey, look, you may not care about this fucking feud, but we're going to put in effort week in and week out just so that way you can start caring about it. And that's what I'm liking about WWE in 2013. I feel 2013 has a chance to be one of its strongest years if they finish out strong and keep producing great storylines and layers like this in the company. I mean, when is it when there's a Monday Night Raw and you know what the fuck is going on? Like, you actually clearly know who's feuding with who's a good guy, who's a bad guy. I mean, it's been a long time since I watched a WWE Raw, and I saw a match and I said, you know what? That match makes sense for why it's happening on Raw. I mean, it's been a long time. I mean, hell, like, past couple years when I watch Raw, I'm like, why am I watching this match? Why is this match happening on my TV? But then it makes sense why this match is happening on my TV and why these people are feuding and what's going on, you know? That's what I like about it. It's just that everything seems to have good layers. They're building up the stories. They're taking their time with most of these feuds. And that's what we've been missing in professional wrestling for a while. We're getting more development out of characters. I mean, Daniel Bryan's simple yes chant that he used to do, besides just doing this, he's more than just some guy that, you know, is yes, yes, yes now. He's the guy that the company does not want as a champion. They don't view him as a champion. They don't think that he can be a face of the WWE. They only look at him as a B-plus superstar. They want A-plus. They want Randy Orton because they view Randy Orton as the face of the company. That's good shit. I mean, Randy Orton went from what? You guys know me, I'm the hugest Orton fan on here, but Randy Orton went from like what? Boring, bland babyface to, you know, being labeled as the face of the company. And it's just like great shit right there. Same with Daniel Bryan. I mean, he went from, you know, just doing yes, 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 goat face to being labeled as, you know, the underdog, the guy that the company hates, the guy the company does not want. That's good story and character development there, and I cannot wait to see what WWE does in the near future. Tell me, guys, what are you guys excited about in the WWE right now? Personally, for me, it's always that corporation stuff, some of the mid-card feuds that they're doing, and definitely the tag team division. That is what's getting me excited in the WWE right now. This is why I'm excited for 2013 wrestling, and I hope it's a strong finishing year for him, because if it's a strong finishing year, 2014 will just be as more exciting, and it will be even more exciting when we're heading into the 30th WrestleMania. That's what makes me excited. But comment down below your thoughts on anything I've said in this video. You know, what are you excited about in WWE for 2013? You know, like this video, dislike this video if you don't agree with what I said here. You know, make a video response. Make a video response what you feel like WWE is doing right in 2013, or what they're doing wrong. Like, what if you don't think the company is doing something right? You know, comment down below, or make a video response saying, Chase, you're a fucking idiot. You don't know what the hell you're talking about, and I'll watch it, and I'll listen, and I'll respect your opinion for it. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. You know, it's a Tuesday. It's Madden Day. If you guys don't know what Madden is, then Wikipedia it. It's on Wikipedia. All right, see you all later, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68 and subscribe and send in those Q&A questions. Peace!